Have you ever wondered if something as simple as a food combination could silently harm your gut? Could the very yogurt you eat every morning be doing more damage than good when paired with certain foods? And what if I told you that 3 everyday ingredients, seemingly harmless, could be the hidden reason behind your digestive troubles? As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to what we eat. The gut, often called our second brain, plays a powerful role in how we feel every single day. But here's the truth few people talk about. Not all foods that seem healthy work well together. Some combinations, especially involving yogurt, can quietly disrupt your digestion and weaken your gut over time. This isn't just about a little discomfort or bloating after a meal. It's about what's happening beneath the surface, a gradual imbalance that can affect energy, immunity, and even mood. Most seniors have no idea that a few simple choices at the table could be slowly undermining their health. Today, we'll uncover what doctors rarely mention, the science behind why certain food pairings with yogurt can trigger gut damage, and what you can do to protect yourself. So stay with me, because understanding this could be the key to restoring balance, comfort, and vitality in your everyday life. It's not the creak in your shoulders or the ache in your lower back that betrays you first. Those come later. It's your legs, the silent heroes that have carried you through every chapter of life, that begin to falter before anything else. Think about it. Those strong, steady legs that once climbed hills, danced at weddings, and chased after laughing grandchildren start to feel different. At first, it's barely noticeable. A bit of heaviness when getting out of bed, a faint tremble after standing too long at the counter, maybe even a small stumble on a rug you've crossed 1,000 times before. It feels like your legs are quietly apologizing for slowing down, as if gravity itself has grown heavier. And then come the stairs, the same ones that once felt effortless. Now, each step feels like a challenge, testing your balance and your confidence. What used to be second nature begins to feel uncertain, even risky. But the true loss isn't just physical, it's emotional. It's the quiet erosion of freedom. The freedom to walk where you want, to tend to your garden, or to share a spontaneous laugh while running after a child's kite. As your legs weaken, those moments start slipping away. Falls, once a rare accident, begin to hover in the back of your mind. Not just because of the risk of injury, but because they threaten something far more valuable. Your confidence, your independence, your ability to live life on your own terms. That's what's truly at stake. It's a hard truth to accept, isn't it? Aging isn't just about counting birthdays. It's the slow fading of the strength and freedom we once took for granted. Yet, within that truth lies something powerful, a quiet hope. Because we're not helpless in the face of time, we can push back, not through impossible feats or expensive treatments, but through something beautifully simple and entirely within our control. The answer begins with what's on our plates. Food isn't just fuel. It's medicine, protection, and power. Every bite is a choice to either weaken or strengthen the body that carries us. Imagine enjoying a warm, nourishing meal that gives your legs more stability, your steps more confidence, and your days more energy. Nourishment becomes not just survival, but defiance, a way to tell time, "You haven't beaten me yet." So let's talk about 2 simple foods that hold surprising strength: cabbage and eggs. These humble kitchen staples may not be the trendiest superfoods, but they are rich in nutrients that support aging bodies better than most expensive diets. Quiet, reliable, and full of natural power, they form a nutritional duo that can help rebuild vitality and restore balance from within. Let's explore why these 2 ingredients, cabbage and eggs, deserve a place at every senior's table, and how they can help you feel stronger in body, clearer in mind, and more alive in spirit. First, let's talk about cabbage, a humble, leafy marvel that carries far more power than it lets on. Beneath its simple layers lies a treasure of nutrients. Every crisp bite is rich in vitamin K, a vital nutrient that keeps your bones strong and sturdy with age. It's also packed with potassium, which soothes tired muscles and helps maintain healthy blood pressure. a quiet ally for days when your body needs extra care. And let's not forget the fiber. It works like a gentle guide for your digestion, keeping your gut balanced, your energy steady, and your body feeling light. Whether it's green, red, or Savoy, cabbage brings a natural sweetness and satisfying crunch that nourishes both body and spirit. Now, let's crack open the wonder of eggs. These small shells hold an incredible source of strength. Each egg delivers high-quality protein that helps rebuild muscles and maintain activity, whether it's walking through the park or lifting a grandchild. The healthy fats inside, especially omega-3s, keep your joints flexible and your heart protected. And hidden within is choline, a key nutrient for sharper memory and clearer thinking. Together, cabbage and eggs create more than a meal. They form a powerhouse of nutrition. They fuel your body with lasting energy, strengthen your heart, and keep your mind alert. This isn't just food. It's the foundation for thriving health and vitality. Nourishment perfectly suited for a body that's lived, learned, and earned its wisdom. If you're still here, that tells me something important. You care about your health, and you're ready to make real changes. So let's talk about one of the most enjoyable parts of it all: the taste. Many people believe that eating healthy means giving up flavor or pleasure, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Cabbage and eggs are here to challenge that idea once and for all. Picture this: cabbage sizzling in a skillet, its edges turning golden brown and caramelized, releasing a soft, natural sweetness. Then, whisked eggs join the pan, cooking gently until fluffy and rich, blending perfectly with the tender crunch of the cabbage. The aroma alone is enough to make your mouth water. The result? A hearty, savory dish that's satisfying enough to replace even the heaviest meat-based meal. It's comfort food, but lighter, more nourishing, and energizing instead of tiring. And the best part? You can make it your own. Want a little spice? Add a touch of pepper or a drop of hot sauce. Craving something creamier? Sprinkle a little cheese and let it melt right in. The beauty of cabbage and eggs lies in their simplicity. They're your blank canvas, quick to prepare, affordable, and endlessly adaptable. You don't need fancy tools or complicated steps. Just a pan, a few ingredients, and 10 minutes. To make it, you'll need 2 cups of shredded cabbage, green or red, whichever you like, 2 large eggs, a teaspoon of olive oil or butter, salt and pepper to taste. Start by heating your skillet over medium heat. Add olive oil or butter and let it warm until it shimmers or melts, coating the pan evenly. Then, you're ready for the next step. Start by cooking the cabbage. Add the shredded cabbage to your skillet, spreading it evenly across the pan. Sprinkle a pinch of salt and pepper, then sauté for about 5 to 7 minutes, stirring now and then until it softens and turns lightly golden at the edges. For a richer taste, you can add a dash of garlic powder or paprika. Next, prepare the eggs. Crack them into a small bowl, whisk lightly with a fork, and pour them over the cabbage. Stir gently as the eggs coat the cabbage, letting everything cook together until the eggs are set, soft, and fluffy. About 2 to 3 minutes. Once done, adjust the seasoning to your liking, slide it onto a plate, and enjoy it hot. It's perfect on its own, or you can pair it with a slice of whole grain toast or a bowl of fresh fruit for a complete, balanced meal. The entire process takes only about 10 minutes. Minimal effort, maximum reward. This isn't just another quick recipe. It's a simple act of care for your body. A way to nourish yourself with something comforting, flavorful, and packed with nutrients. Cabbage and eggs may not look like heroes, but for seniors, they're truly a powerful duo that supports strength, heart health, and lasting energy. So next time you open your fridge, give this pair the spotlight they deserve. Your body and your taste buds will thank you for it. Cabbage and egg. Skillet Delight serves 1 to 2. You'll need 2 cups of shredded cabbage, green for a mild flavor or red for a slightly peppery touch and beautiful color. You can shred it yourself or use a pre-cut bag to save time. Just make sure it's fresh and crisp. Add 2 large eggs, whisked until smooth and sunny. For extra fluffiness, mix in a splash of milk or water before cooking. Add 1 tablespoon of butter or olive oil to your ingredients. Butter gives a rich, nostalgic flavor that melts into the dish like a comforting memory, while olive oil keeps it light and heart-healthy. Choose whichever suits your taste, or use a bit of both for balance. Don't forget a pinch of salt to awaken the flavors and a dash of black pepper for a gentle kick. You can also add your own twist. Try a sprinkle of garlic powder for a savory depth, some fresh herbs like parsley or dill for brightness, or a touch of paprika for a warm, smoky note. This recipe welcomes personalization, so make it your own. Now, let's begin. Step 1. Prep the pan. Grab a reliable skillet, non-stick if you have one, or a seasoned cast iron for that rustic feel. Set it over medium heat and add your butter or olive oil. If using butter, let it melt slowly until it foams and releases a nutty, golden aroma. For olive oil, watch for that subtle shimmer across the surface. That's your cue it's ready. The gentle sizzle that follows means it's time to cook. Step 2. Sauté the cabbage. Add your 2 cups of shredded cabbage, spreading it evenly so every strand touches the heat. Stir occasionally with a wooden spoon, letting it soften and develop those golden brown edges over 5 to 7 minutes. If you're using purple cabbage, enjoy the way the color deepens as it cooks. Take a moment to breathe in the sweet, earthy aroma. It's the scent of comfort filling your kitchen. Step 3. Add the eggs. Once the cabbage is tender and caramelized, pour your whisked eggs evenly over the top. Watch as the eggs seep into the cabbage, creating a lovely marbled pattern while they begin to set, blending texture and flavor into one simple, nourishing meal. Stir the mixture gently but steadily, allowing the eggs to form soft, creamy curds that wrap around the strands of cabbage. This part takes only 2 to 3 minutes. Keep the heat at medium so everything cooks evenly and stays tender instead of drying out. You'll know it's ready when the eggs are just set, but still glisten with a soft golden sheen, like little pockets of sunshine blending with green or purple. Next, turn off the heat and season your creation. Add a light sprinkle of salt and pepper, taste, and adjust until the flavors come alive. If you're in the mood for something extra, a hint of garlic powder or a touch of fresh herbs like dill or parsley can add beautiful depth. Then, slide the dish onto a warm plate. Share it with someone you love or enjoy it all to yourself. Take that first bite while it's still steaming and feel the warmth spread through your body, comforting and satisfying all at once. In less than 15 minutes, you've made a dish that's simple yet deeply fulfilling. It's packed with fiber, protein, and essential nutrients to help keep your body strong and your energy steady. The cabbage adds gentle sweetness and crunch, while the eggs provide a creamy richness that ties everything together. Light enough for dinner, yet hearty enough to satisfy. For an extra touch, pair it with a slice of toasted whole grain bread for a bit of crunch, or sip a warm cup of chamomile or peppermint tea on the side. Even a spoonful of plain yogurt can add a cool, creamy contrast. This isn't just food. It's comfort on a plate, the kind of meal that feels like it came from someone who truly cares. If your skillet is large enough, you can easily double the recipe to share with a friend or save a portion for breakfast the next morning. And if you're cooking for someone with a picky palate, try adding a handful of shredded cheese. Cheddar or mild Swiss both melt beautifully into the mix. For those who like a bit of adventure, a light drizzle of hot sauce or soy sauce before serving adds a flavorful kick. Every bite is a reminder that food, when chosen wisely, can truly love you back. Now let me share a story that touched my heart. It happened in a small, weathered community hall on the edge of town, where the air carried the comforting scent of warm cornbread and a faint trace of spilled coffee. That's where I met Evelyn, a 78-year-old woman whose smile could light up a room and whose spirit shone brighter than her years. Evelyn had a quick laugh and a voice filled with warmth, but time had begun to take its toll. Her legs, once strong enough to dance at barn gatherings and chase after her grandchildren, had grown unsteady. Her boundless energy, which she claimed once rivaled the sun, had faded into a quiet flicker. Evenings found her sitting alone at her kitchen table, heavy meals like pot roast or fried chicken, leaving her sluggish and uncomfortable. "I just feel tired," she would sigh softly, gazing out the window at the world she used to explore so freely. She missed it all. The lightness in her step, the ease of movement, the joy of feeling her body work with her instead of against her. But everything changed one night at a neighborhood potluck. Amid the hum of friendly chatter and plates filled with casseroles, Evelyn's attention caught something new. A golden dish of scrambled eggs mixed with tender sautéed cabbage, the edges slightly crisp and glistening. It sat quietly among the spread, yet something about it drew her in. "What's this?" Evelyn asked, her curiosity instantly sparked. The woman beside her, a quiet soul with flour still on her hands, smiled modestly and replied, "Just something simple. Cabbage and eggs. Keeps me going." Evelyn, never one to resist trying something new, took a small serving. She thought it would just be a light bite amid the heavier dishes. Nothing special. But that first bite stopped her in her tracks. When she later described it to me, her voice softened, almost reverent, as though recalling a cherished moment. "It was like tasting sunshine," she said, her eyes gleaming with a spark I hadn't seen before. The eggs were soft and rich, gently embracing the cabbage, which offered a sweet, earthy crunch that seemed to dance across her tongue. It wasn't just food, it was life, a warmth that stirred something deep within her. She went back for seconds, then thirds, ignoring the pot roast entirely. By the end of the evening, she had tracked down the recipe's creator and scrawled it on a napkin with a fading pen, determined not to lose it. That night, Evelyn brought the recipe home and made it her own. The next evening, in her cozy kitchen with its worn linoleum floor, she stood at the counter chopping cabbage with a knife she'd sharpened herself. She cracked fresh eggs into a bowl, their yolks glowing like little suns, and watched as they sizzled together in the pan. The aroma filled her home, wrapping her in a sense of hope she hadn't felt in years. That evening, Evelyn ate slowly, savoring every bite as though each mouthful carried a quiet promise. When she finished, there was no heaviness, no sluggish feeling weighing her down. Instead, she felt light, as if a fog had lifted from her very bones. Within a few days, something remarkable began to happen. Her legs, the same ones that had wobbled beneath her for months, started to feel a bit steadier. Her energy, once little more than a fading memory, began to return in gentle, persistent waves. By the end of the first week, she found herself walking to the mailbox again, a simple act that had once felt impossible. She'd stand at the end of her driveway, hands on her hips, breathing in the crisp air with quiet pride. Each day, she went a little farther, her sneakers brushing the pavement, her breath forming tiny clouds in the cool morning light. Neighbors began to notice. They waved from their porches, surprised to see her out and about again. Evelyn waved back, her smile wide and full of joy. Weeks passed, then months, and her transformation deepened. The last time I heard from her, she was sketching plans for a garden, her first in over a decade. Tomatoes on one side, zucchini along the back, and right in the center, a row of cabbages, her tribute to the humble dish that had given her strength again. I can picture her now in the soft spring sunlight, kneeling in the soil, her silver hair glinting as she plants each seed with care. When she finally stands, brushing the earth from her palms, she feels it, the quiet rhythm of life flowing through her once more. Steady, strong, alive. Evelyn told me that everything changed because of that simple dish, cabbage and eggs. It was humble enough to sit unnoticed at a potluck table, yet powerful enough to breathe new life into her weary body. "It wasn't just food," she said, her voice filled with quiet conviction. "It was fuel, a gentle miracle that brought me back." Her words stayed with me. Isn't that what we all long for? Not merely to exist from one day to the next, but to feel alive, truly and vibrantly alive. Evelyn found that spark in a single, glowing bite of nourishment. Maybe, just maybe, we can too, because this is more than a meal, it's a promise, a quiet vow we make to ourselves each day, to keep moving forward, to cherish every breath, every sunrise, and to hold tight to the independence we've earned through years of perseverance, love, and sacrifice. Each simple plate of cabbage and eggs becomes a symbol of that pledge, a small yet powerful act of defiance against time. It's a celebration of resilience, a reminder that vitality isn't just for the young. Every forkful carries purpose, strength in our legs for morning walks, clarity in our minds to savor life's beauty, and a heart that beats steady with hope. It's proof that true joy doesn't come from extravagance or luxury. Sometimes it's found right in our kitchens, in the simplest foods that quietly nourish the body, the spirit, and the will to live fully. The best things in life rarely come from luxury. They grow from care, from hands that have known time and hearts that appreciate simplicity. Cabbage and eggs may sound ordinary, but together they create something extraordinary. There's a quiet magic in how they transform the simple into the soulful, reminding us that true nourishment doesn't require much, just intention, warmth, and a little love. Even the smallest act of caring for ourselves can strengthen us for whatever tomorrow brings. So tonight, as the sun sinks low and the day begins to fade, listen to that soft invitation from your kitchen. Step into that familiar space, your little sanctuary of pots, pans, and memories, and let this humble recipe work its quiet miracle. Picture it, the gentle hiss as the cabbage touches the pan, the edges turning golden, releasing an aroma that fills the air with comfort. Then come the eggs, whisked with care, melting into the mixture until everything blends into a perfect harmony of flavor and texture. It's not just a meal, it's a ritual, a moment to breathe, to be still, and to feel the warmth of life itself wrapping around you like an old friend's embrace. When you finally sit down to eat, take a slow breath, look at the plate before you, and remember, this isn't just food, it's gratitude made tangible. Savor the unexpected harmony, the way tender cabbage softens with each bite, its natural sweetness blending beautifully with the creamy richness of the eggs. It's a quiet revelation, isn't it? This humble dish surpasses even the most indulgent cut of meat, not through extravagance, but through honesty and balance. With every bite, you're doing more than satisfying hunger. You're fueling your future, rekindling the strength within, and honoring the remarkable person you've become. You may be older, but you radiate vitality, resilient, wise, and full of quiet fire. You deserve a meal that reflects that spirit, simple yet powerful, modest yet full of life. Cabbage and eggs aren't just food. They're a declaration that growing older doesn't mean slowing down. Each meal is proof that your golden years can be rich, flavorful, and full of joy. So, enjoy this moment. Let every bite remind you of your strength, your wisdom, and your promise to live well, eat well, and thrive. And as we close this journey together, I hope Evelyn's story has inspired you. A reminder that it's never too late to rediscover your spark or strengthen your stride. Whether it's the power of cabbage, the goodness of eggs, or simply the will to care for yourself, take this lesson to heart. Wishing you continued health, happiness, and peace. And remember to subscribe to my channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint, for more stories and tips to help you live stronger every day.